Hello, I'm Richard Burton and welcome to the Richard Burton Art Centre and the Richard Burton Watercolour channel. And what we're going to talk about today is basically, do you get frustrated with your watercolour? Do you find it doesn't work? Do you find you get sort of almost wanting to give up and not do any more? Well, if you do, this is the channel to be with, because we're going to solve that today. We're going to get down to the basics of watercolour and really sort of help you develop and prosper as a watercolour artist. First thing we're going to deal with today are muddy colours. They're probably the most frustrating things there are, and we're going to show you the basics, and then we're going to also put it into a simple sky and take you through it. Right, so here we are. We've got our basics together. We've got a palette, we've got the paints, and we've got some water. Now, the first thing we need to do to ensure that we don't get muddy colours and that horrible sort of undesirable things is to ensure we have plenty of clean water in a clean container. The reason for that is it contaminates your water, and you don't have enough water, you get dirty water into your mixes instantly. It'll make your colours dull. The other thing is, ideally have two containers. One to get your water, your clean water every time for mixing, the other one to clean your brushes. By doing that, you'll keep yourself using clean water, which is really important. A further thing is when it comes to your colours, as you can see, I've got laid out here. Well, in future videos, we'll go through different colours and what their properties are and how they work. But for now, I'm just going to get down to the basics. I want you to make sure that your colours are clean, not contaminated with other colours. Again, if you're not careful, what you do, you end up contaminating with 2 or 3 when you mix your colours, and you end up making them dirty before you even get on the paper. So that's another point. Another point is your actual pan itself. Now, that wants to be clean. Make sure these are all thoroughly clean and fresh, and that enables you've got a mixing platform to make sure you've got clean colours, and that is crucial. Obviously, when you've been painting a long time, there are some artists, and I'm one of them, that sort of has your colour, you don't clean it every time, which is fine once you know what you're doing. But when you're first starting, it's really important that you keep your colours clean, your pan clean, and clean water. Clearly, you don't want your water and your palette to look like this when you very start, because otherwise you're going to set yourself up for disaster. Okay, so right, we're going to start with a simple sky, and we're going to show you what we would do probably as a beginner and the pitfalls that we're going to come across. So now we'll show you the challenges you're going to face as a beginner. So first thing we're going to do, wet the paper. Put some water on the paper. Wet the paper, which is fine. All things good. And now I'm going to mix some blue, cobalt blue, and put that on the paper. All things still good. It's gone on a wet surface, smoothing, and then going to get some tissue. I'm going to lift off some clouds. Then I'm going to mix some stronger blue. I'm going to put that into the picture like so, create that feeling of white cloud. Then I'm going to mix some grey, and I want to mix some grey just for the shadow area of the cloud, which is blue and a brown. I'm going to put that in place. And then I'm going to wash my brush, and then I'm going to start shaping this. So I'm shaping my brush, which is basically just squeezing off the water and then just moving the paint about. Now the challenge is here is that I'm just going to continue, and I'm going to fiddle, and I'm just going to keep fiddle and make a mess. And I'm going to look at this and think, oh, I need a bit more brown, a little bit more, a little bit more grey, put that in, drop that in, shape it a bit more, shape it, continue to shape it, alter these, and what's happening is it's drying on me. I'm getting some dried edges, hard edges, drying edges. I'm going to continue, and all of a sudden I'm sort of losing the shape I wanted. My greys are starting to go dark, muddy, and I'm losing that feeling of light, and I'm losing the sky. So you can see that sort of effect that's starting to happen. Now the thing is, watercolour and paper, the water starts to dry, and the water, when it starts to dry, it changes from a glossy sheen to a satin sheen to a matte sheen. Now as it starts to dry and you're moving the paint about or adding more paint, there's a danger that you're going to continue to work, and that is when you start to get overworking, and you're going to get undesirable effects. You're going to get tide marks, you're going to get what they call cauliflowers, where colours start to sort of create areas of extra area that you really don't like, and we just need to be mindful of that and be very careful, so not to overwork. So the key is not to fiddle, just have a plan and just do it simply. Right, so we're going to have another go. Okay, so there we have it. You can see the diffusion on the top, you can see the muddy nature of the greys in the centre, you can see tide marks developing around where the clouds were, as well as the cauliflowers sort of at the bottom. So altogether a rather disappointing effort. Okay, so now we're going to do another attempt, but this time we're going to show you the process to do it, so you don't get those muddy colours, and you keep a plan together and you really work through a really good sky. First thing, what we do is we mix our colours, pre-mix our colours, carefully mix our colours. So I'm going to put some water in a pan, add some blue. So it's just this ultramarine blue, and I'm also going to then mix some cobalt blue. So I've got the blues. Wash my brush, bring some clean colour, water, and now I'm going to mix some grey. This time I'm going to mix burnt umber and ultramarine blue. So I've got that grey ready, pre-mixed, ready to go in place. Okay, so wash my brush, and the key for this is you've got a plan. You've got a colour story, I call it, of your colours ready to go before I even put anything onto the paper. Now I'm going to go back into my clean water and apply some water to my sky, to the paper. The key for me is to be able to control the amount of water you put on the paper and control the time it takes to dry. So here we go. We're going to put this on nice and neatly. It's gone on. So I've got an even wash of colour. Now I'm going to get that cobalt blue that I mixed earlier. I'm going to put that on here. Let that spread through. Because my brush was clean and I was careful and I've just got the cobalt blue, it's all coming through nice, clean, and it has an even spread of colour. Bring that down into my picture. That's lovely. Then, like before, I'm going to get some tissue. I'm going to lift off some cloud. Lift it off, just roll in the tissue. I've rolled the tissue up. I'm going to lift off the cloud. And there we go, we're lifting off the cloud. That leaves some white. Then I'm going to go back, wash my brush again. And then I'm going to go into the ultramarine blue, which again is a nice fresh ultramarine blue. Drop that in into my sky, and it will run up against the other colour, the dry areas. Just let that flow. Drop that where I want it to be. All nice and evenly spread where I want it to go. That's fine. I'll wash that brush again and get some of this mixed grey that I put in. This is going to provide that little bit of shadow on the clouds, but the point is the brush is clean from before. It's only got the grey that I mixed earlier. I want to make that grey a little bit greyer, just to, but this is going to provide a little bit of warmth on the underside of the clouds. And here we go. Just put these in. Delicately put that in. Just delicately have a plan. Put that in place. Not too many brush strokes, just gently put it in place. That's in place. Then, like before, wash my brush out in the dirty water. Wash it again, get it clean. Squeeze off my brush, and then I'm going to shape the sky. Just shape the edges, just take some hard edges away. And this time my colours are not overworked. Be careful, obviously, not overdo it, but I've put my colours in where I wanted them to be. I've got that shape. I haven't overworked it, I haven't overfit. I'll just take that little bit of swimming pools at the bottom, and then there you have it, a sky. Just lift a little bit more. You can lift a little bit and shape it more, just while I'm here. And then there we have it, a sky. I'll put a little mount on it so you can see it. Now, with the one that we've taken some time over, you can see the clarity in the blue, the lovely colour, the soft clouds with the sharper edges and the more distinctive edges, and you can also see the soft undergreys all placed in place, and you can see how it's dried on its own without being overworked, and you can see the shape of the clouds, which is what I wanted. Okay, so there we have it. A simple sky, but also with clean colours that are not muddy, and it's nicely having a plan and it comes together. As you can see, there's relatively simple steps to do that, and that was just using effectively 3 colours to try and sort of get that sky. The key to understand though is to keep it simple, keep it nice and clean, and have a plan. Okay, there's many different areas that we'll cover, and obviously there's other reasons to create muddy colours as well, but we'll deal with those going forward. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is our new addition to our videos, and these will be every week, and we will be doing some exercises to sort of make watercolour easy, demystify it, and help you become much better. And hopefully if we follow these step by step, we'll be on the road to success. And as an additional item, we've developed and created our new watercolour guide, which is totally free, and it's got all this sort of ideas and some tips for beginners to sort of get you onto the road to get started. I hope you find that useful. It's in the description below. All you need to do is go to the link and click it and download it, and it's totally free, so please take that and enjoy it. We're also going to ask you once again to please like and subscribe. That really enables us to get picked up to a wider audience, and obviously that gets us picked up, and hopefully more people will get to find us and see us. And that's really the end of the little demonstration. So without further ado, I'm going to say a big thank you. If you enjoyed it, keep painting. Until next time, goodbye.